You know what, guys? I need to do an immediate reaction video to some things that I just heard. In my post-fight video on the BJ Penn Yair Rodriguez fight, I criticized Jackson Winklejohn for taking BJ's money when he didn't have it anymore. And I did not call out and criticize Jason Parillo, his striking coach, his boxing coach. This guy did an interview with Luke Thomas, I guess like a day or two before the fight. I didn't hear it until after the fight, which was earlier in the week, this week. But yeah, they talked to him before the fight. He was apparently in the car with BJ Penn. He went on and on about how BJ was going to win, about how this guy was inexperienced, he was green, how BJ was motivated and all this and that, how good he had been looking and all that, saying all these things. And yeah, he was talking with so much confidence and talking ill on Yair Rodriguez. Okay? And after the fight, okay, of course he loses. And now I'm listening to an interview that he was doing with the Countdown on Sirius XM, the Michael Bisping show. And now he's singing a different tune. BJ was in over his head. He shouldn't have fought this young guy. I wish I was the one, help make a decision on who he would fight and all this kind of stuff. And now all of a sudden, he did a 180. He's talking the exact opposite about Yair, And he goes on to talk about, they asked if BJ was going to fight again. He said absolutely. If they'll allow him to fight again, he'll fight again, and all this and that. And then, he goes on to say that, if he wants to fight again, he talked about how these coaches and, their role and saying if a guy should fight or not, tell him and all this and that. And I'm saying to myself, yeah, you need to be the one to tell him he don't need to fight no more. So he addressed that. He said that, people say that. And, if you think that I haven't been saying that to him, or that I haven't mentioned or had to talk with him, you're crazy, And so then I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, if you strongly feel that he shouldn't fight, then why are you coaching him? Why are you cornering him? Why are you making money off of him? So he addressed that. And then he said, so people will say, why are you coaching him? Why are you in his corner if you feel he shouldn't fight? And then the guy kind of answered it for him. The host, he was like, well, if he goes out to fight, you want to be the one that's in his corner. And then he was like, yeah, exactly. I'm not giving no MMA coach a pass on that, man. Look, if I was a coach and a guy didn't have it anymore, I would tell him, man, look, you need to retire. You don't have it anymore, And if the guy wants to continue to fight, I would say, look, man, I am not, I can't continue. I can't coach you, man, because it's not right. I don't want to have a guilty conscience, in your health. If something was to go wrong, But these guys, they keep cornering these guys. Why? It's not, okay. If they friends or whatever, okay, all right, okay, cool. But they getting paid at the same time. And to me, it's about the dollar at the end of the day. I heard a couple of days ago that Jackson Wink is having problems with their loan. They built this brand new, badass facility out there in Albuquerque. And, I guess they having problems paying the loan or whatever. And hell yeah, it was on my mind, man. They took BJ's money. Shit. You think it's not possible that they saying to himself, man, BJ don't have it anymore, but hey, he's gonna fight and somebody's gonna get paid for being his coach, for being in his corner. Why it can't be us? I mean, that is plausible and logical to think that could go through their heads. These guys, man, look, these coaches, these trainers, man, look, they want to get paid. They got to pay their bills. They got to take care of their families. They got to pay for their facilities that they own. Look, man, I am not giving these guys a pass. If a guy don't have it anymore, I would respect you so much more if you said, you know what, man, you need to retire. I can't coach you, man, because you just, I don't think you should be fighting. Instead of being in these guys' corners and getting paid, because they are getting paid. They're not doing it for charity, man. You know. So I just had to speak on it, man. Jason Parillo, look, man, if you care about BJ, tell him he needs to retire, and tell him that, you know, that you just cannot coach him. You can't be in his corner, man. You can't, you know, you don't want to take money off of it. You know, hell, if you had a conscience and you just, you know, didn't want to feel guilty, you would not take the man's money. That's how I feel about it, you know. So I just had to do an immediate reaction, man. I'm not letting these coaches off the hook, man. Tell these guys they don't need to fight. Tell them they need to retire. And if they don't, tell them, look, I'm sorry, but I can't corner you, man. Don't take the money from it, because when you take the money off a shot fighter, it looks like you're in it for the money. I'm sorry, but it does. And I just had to say that. Thanks for watching.